Hi, welcome back to episode 2, the short series, and you'll see why in a little bit. So if you remember from my last video, I put on these Lily & Fox grape soda nail wraps. I wore them for a couple of weeks, I guess. The tips you can see here are pretty rough. I ended up planting several trees, and I did not wear gloves. I just sort of dug with my bare hands, and so I'm just gonna say they held up really well considering I was outside like an animal digging in the ground. So yeah, I think they're fine. This is a bowl of hot water, olive oil, and lemon juice, and this is what I'm going to remove my wraps with. I'm taking this dental flosser and I'm just picking up the back edge, the cuticle edge of my wraps to expose a little of that adhesive. This is going to make it easier for the olive oil and the lemon juice to do its job in the hot water, to go into that space and start to loosen up the adhesive. This method works really well for me. However, my mom can't use this method on her wraps. Also Lily & Fox. She uses regular nail polish remover, and that works just fine for her. I like this method. Honestly, I've got 5 kids. It gives me a nice moment to put my hands in some warm water and to have a few me moments in life, and I'm fine with that. Also, nail polish remover gives me terrible headaches, so I prefer not to, but whatever works for you, do that. I mean, come on. So here you can see I'm just using the threads of the flosser to get underneath the wrap. You really want to let that olive oil and lemon juice do its job. Allow it time. You do not want to pull these wraps off of your nails. It will create damage. It will hurt your nails. And I mean, obviously, if you're caring about your nails to put nail wraps on and everything, you probably don't want to damage them at all. So just continue to give it time, slowly work them off. At first it takes a little bit, and then they just start to roll off. It's not that big of a deal. Ta-da! Nice and moisturized, looking pretty good. Now I'm going to go to my right hand, which is difficult. I'm right-handed. I look stupid here. Just, it is what it is. Continue to work the wraps off. And ta-da. So here you can see they look pretty good, but as my hands dried from removing, I started to notice that the damage that I had from wearing acrylic nails, really, the damage is at the tips of my nails now, and you can see where the back of the acrylic nails were. I have some serious ouchy spots on the tip of my nails, so I had to pretty much just clip my nails really, really, really short, to keep that from, number one, hurting. Those nails are paper thin, and they're obviously, you could see them breaking in the quick. That hurts. I only have 2 that are really pretty just sore. I mean, it is what it is. But one trick if you have short nails is to make them look longer just by the simple act of pushing back your cuticles. You can do this with cuticle remover like I am. You can do a soak. Usually if I'm diligent with it, pushing my cuticles back after a shower, I really don't have to worry about it too much. It's just something that I got in the habit of doing. even before I wore nail wraps, even before I cared about my wraps or my nails. This set though is called Hey Daydreamer, and it is so cute, and I'm saving it for when I have a little more nail to show them off. They're so cute. And you know what? They were not on the website. Every time I went to look at Lily and Fox, whenever they came up, they were always sold out. So I sent them an email and they said, yeah, we have some. We'll send you an invoice. And I paid for them that way. And yeah, now I have them. I got a set for my mom too because they are so cute. Remember to put your piece of tape down. I just put mine in an inside out loop and stick it to the table. This gives me a space to put all of those little bits and pieces that come off of these wraps. Then I can clean up really easily. Time to size. I always start with my left hand, and I use that wrap for my left thumbnail. It's a little bit too big, and I do that because remember, this is the nail that I cut with a knife pretty badly, and the nail just never grew back right. So I kind of go oversized with this one, even though that inside portion of my thumbnail never grew back. So this nail sort of grows sideways looking now. It just, I do what I can, but it looks dumb. So it is what it is. Just use the rubber cuticle pusher again to push down all around that cuticle edge first, and then work it to the tips. And that will give you really good adhesion. It will give you a bubble free. I don't know. Some people end up with bubbles under their wraps, and I've never had that problem. I've always used the same method. I squish it down around the cuticles, and then I work my way out to the tip of the nail. And I've always used a rubber cuticle pusher. So just, if you do that, I can't see that you'll have many issues. Okay, and I do cut my wraps in half. So I cut them in half. That means I get to use one side on one hand and then the other on the other side. I'm recovering from being sick. That's also what sort of stalled my video here, is I was sick. So as I work through, you'll see me line this up with my cuticle and push down around the cuticle first. Make sure it gets in there good. I sort of push my wrap up under the cuticle on my nail. That's always worked for me. I've never ever had a problem with that. They've never lift. As long as you're not making contact with skin, and your cuticle is skin, you have to push that back if you want your wraps to adhere really well and for a long time. If you just like to wear them for a couple of days and change them out, well, I guess it doesn't matter much, but I'm cheap. These are $3, I still want to get as long out of them as I can. Remember to file downward. Just continue to file that excess off, first with the black side. And this is the nail file that Lily and Fox sends you with your order and with every order. So first you're going to want to work the black side, filing straight down to get the excess, and then you're going to use the pink side to file off all of the little small spurs that kind of hang on there sometimes. I'm just going to continue on with each finger in the same manner, filing straight down. And because my nails are so short right now, I kind of have to use a different filing method. If I'm filing straight down on some of these fingers, I'm filing off the tip of my finger. So just do as I say, not as I do for right now. Remember, if you're cutting these in half, you can follow that line, that curve with nail scissors. Cut off the excess, make sure it looks the way your cuticle line looks on your finger, and then just use it like you did the other side. Push it along there, cuticle side first, using a rubber pusher. That's my biggest tip, is if you use a rubber cuticle pusher, you're not going to get the air bubbles. There's so much flex in it, and it squishes everything out. It's really nice. My pinky nails are the only nails that I have with even a little bit of length. So I'm doing my best here to get this on here straight. Again, push around that cuticle, get it laying down well, press it down, get a good adhesion. And then file straight down. Ta-da! One hand done. We're gonna start the right hand. Remember, I'm using a sticky base coat. I'll have a link in the description. And I just want to mention, I am not affiliated with Lily & Fox in any way. They don't even have an affiliates program, I don't think. I just really love their product. I'm going to order from some other brands and just sort of review and compare as we go along. But right now, if I'm wearing these, I'm going to wear what I love. And right now, I love Lily & Fox. So after applying the sticky base coat, I'm just going to fly through these nails. You know how they go on. You saw the other hand. And you're not going to learn anything by watching me put nail wraps on my right hand with my left hand. I mean, it looks silly. But you do use the same method. Push down around the cuticle, straight out to the tips. And look at all of the Lily & Fox files I have right there. I even had more off camera. Alright, here we are. Last nail's going on. After this, we're going to be applying a top coat, and this is Sally Hansen's Mega Shine top coat, and I do hear that this is no longer available as far as a top coat goes. I don't know what else is out there. I will be doing my research, and who knows, maybe my big experiment here, using nothing on my left hand and using a base and a top coat on my right hand, will prove to not matter at all. We'll see, and I'll let you know what I find, but this is what I have, and this is what I like to use. It dries so quick, and it is really shiny. But right now, as I'm looking at my nails, I'm not seeing a big difference between left and right as far as shiny goes. I don't know. We'll see what I find out. Alright, this is about it for this set. I'm gonna hope to keep them on for about 1 or 2 weeks. We will see. I'll leave links in the description. If you want to see a certain wrap, by all means, ask me, leave a comment, see if I have it, and I will feature it for you, hopefully with longer nails. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.